The first one, number 51, Muhammad Hazrul. Where are you? Can you come to the middle so that I can? Yeah. No, actually, I think better for you to come here. Can you come quickly to the middle and grab this when it's your turn to ask the question? Yeah.
Right here.
All right. Oh yeah. Just that. Friends can give moral support. Yeah, sure. Okay. What's your question?
Okay.
You can say your name and whatever. Up to you.
Okay. Hi. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning.
Okay. So my question is.
Speak up.
Okay. My name is Hazrul, and my question is, how do you deal with problematic student?
Problem student. Okay. What kind of problems? I didn't have love problem. Asexual, vegetative. What kind of problems?
Like student,
Financial, education, those kind of problems.
student that have slow learning problem.
Oh, I thought when I was a student. Sorry. I misunderstood your
No.
question. This is why you need to write down your question. So how I dealt with
Student that have
problematic student.
that have
Such
slow
as?
learning.
Slow learning.
problem.
Okay. Such as? Want to name friends?
No.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Azrul.
Okay.
Right. Okay. One thing. Okay. You are in university, so the question is, how do I deal with students who have lower capacity in terms of learning? Maybe you are late bloomers. You can understand, you can excel, but maybe not now. It takes longer because your brain is still developing. Especially for boys, you are still developing. Girls, by the age of 19, their brain pretty much kind of developed. But for boys, it's still a bit later. That's why you see boys keep doing stupid things. Don't you notice that? Don't you notice that? It's not so much about dealing, but more into giving options. If you notice, I've given you various kind of activities, not only written tests. Okay? So all of these different activities is to cater for different capacity that you are having now. If you are advanced, everything will be good. But maybe you are not still quite there, but you are very good at, presenting yourself, making videos. So there are activities that will be beneficial for you. So when it comes to teaching, I use different methods so that all aspect of teaching is covered and nobody feel left out. At the end of the day, you must learn something. If you come to this class and you didn't learn anything at all, that's not good. Okay, if you have learned something, at least you know why chlorophyll is green, then that's fine. Okay, good. Right, okay. Right, next question. Amir Ashraf. I think after when I'm answering, you should showing to me. Come to the middle. Grab. Quick. We need to save the time. Two. Pay attention.
Hello.
I'll be here. Okay, so that it's easier for the camera. All right. Yeah.
Okay. My question is, what is one lesson from your life that you wish you learned earlier?
Oh, that kids are messy. Oh. Kids are messy. Oh. It's you actually. Actually. Okay, to start, you can return to your scene. To start with, maybe it's still a bit early for me to answer that. But what I have learned so far is humans are colorful. Humans are dynamic. And when I say dynamics, the colors changing, maybe many colors in a day. So you don't expect anybody to feel the same, to treat you the same through the years. And also when it comes to knowledge also changing. You know, for example, the medical student, I think they have to change their textbook every 4 years or so, because it's completely new finding everything. What was a fact now become the wrong thing. Yeah. So when I think if I understood that earlier, I wouldn't get triggered so easily or become, oh, I'm so surprised. I think I would be more relaxed. And you know what? It has changed. Deal with it instead of complaining or instead of bad mouthing on anybody. Just deal with it and accept that this is part of being colorful and dynamic. Right. Okay. Good. Thank you, Amir Ashraf. Let's see. Uh, let's go for the girl. Intan Hazika, 227962. Very quickly, very quickly. You need to grab the mic so that your friends can hear you later. Alright, what's the question? Yes?
Anything?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we were taking physiology again next semester.
Again?
Yeah.
Are you failing this semester?
No.
Surprise! I have not given a mark.
Other subject. Like, I don't know the code. Wait.
Are you talking about advanced physiology? That's me
Yeah.
again. Are you sure? Okay, anyway. Yeah. Okay, what about it?
I want to know what the difference between that
Between
part.
this fundamental and the advanced
Yeah.
ones. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you, Intan Hazika. Right. So the question is, what's the difference between this fundamental plant crop physiology and the advanced physiology? I think the advanced AGR 4401 or 4104. I should know, right? Yeah, it's okay. Instead of learning multiple topics like this semester, you learn about hormone, you learn about water, you learn about, it's a breadth of topics. We only learn about 2 or 3 topics but in greater details. Okay, for example, the plan for next semester, we're going to learn about photosynthesis in greater details, and also how that have impact on agricultural production. Okay, because when we say agriculture output, don't think about vegetable biomass only. The floral fragrant, that's due to photosynthesis as well, right? And so we learn that in greater detail, and I'm thinking to have you the introduction to the how to make Android apps, so that it's useful, because this is the AI era, right? So you learn how to do your AI apps, Android, with the information that you have learned, so that, oh, I have learned something, this is how I share it to the world, or this is how your phone got so many sensors, right? You have your sensors in the apps, so that you can have your own farmers friendly apps to share. Okay, and that's a good addition for your CV. So it's all about learning things that is going to be useful for your industrial training later, and also for your working life. Right? Okay, good. Thank you. Intazika, does that answer your question? Mana dia? Okay, thank you. Right. Next. Putri Salista. Ashraf binti Zulkifli. Next. Gone. Gone. Number 1. Muhammad Al-Mukhlis. Muhammad Fazli. Gone. 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 Chang Yuan. Yes. Who's that?
My question is, if people can change their skin color, what you want to do, or what will be happen?
People, what? If
People can change their skin color.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
What I want to do?
Yeah, or what will be happen?
I don't want to change my skin color. I don't want to change my skin color.
If you cannot, yeah.
If I could change my skin
yeah,
color.
yeah.
Alright. Okay. Thank you. Alright, okay, you can return to your seat. So the question is, if I could change my skin color, what would I change it into, and why? Can I go rainbow? You know, I would like my skin to be iridescent. Do you know iridescent? I iridescent. Oops, sorry. Oh, this is. Don't put this away. That's permanent. Iridescent. Iridescent. I. Please, okay. We are recording. If you are going that way, it's going to catch up on all the noises. So iridescent is the properties of surface actually, which enabling the surface to look different color depending on the angle you're looking at it. If you're looking at straight, it's going to look, oh, that's blue. If you tilt it a bit, that's green. If you go that way, that's yellow. The good example is the plumule of peacock birds. You know the peacock? Yeah, peacock, peahen. Yeah, no, peahen do not have that peacock. It's very showy feathers. So I would like to have my skin that way so that as I go along, it's going to change. Okay, good. Showy, attracting attention. Then all the predators going to come and eat me, and then that's the end of the story. All right, cool. Thank you. Right, next should be Muhammad Afiq Daniel. Daniel, come. Are you here? All right. Yes.
Why you continue?
Why don't wait, Daniel? Why don't you come here so that? Yeah, from the side. Yeah. Okay, good.
Why you continue study in crop physiology?
I did not continue in crop physiology. All right. Oh, that's the question, right?
Yeah.
Is that the end of the question, or you got some?
That,
All right. Okay. Thank you. So the question is, why did I pursue study in crop physiology? I did not. No. My actual study. Are you talking about what after the degree? All right. PhD. Okay. My field is actually the course is generally plant science, but my specialty is rice science and physiology, because my crop during my PhD was rice. So talking about rice science, everything to do with rice, the morphology, the anatomy, the genetics, the physiology, the biochemistry, the economics, the agronomy, the nutrition, every single discipline of plant science I need to know, because you're talking about one crop now. Yeah. So was it easy? So why did I do that? Did you ask why, or you didn't ask why? No. Did she or did she not? Did you ask why or not? Why? That's a long story. What? Say again, Daniel? No, you. Okay, let's put it this way. You see, during my LI internship, you have to go to internship, right? So during my time, long time ago, 20 years ago, nobody went to do internship or industrial training abroad. Okay, even if somebody did, because of the family is super rich, that's fine. Because I know some of the horticulture students, they went to Singapore Botanic Gardens to do the industrial training. But because I'm a bit, what's the word? Quirky? Oh, not weird, not weird. I was just a bit ambitious because when I was in primary school, I found this book. This was a long time ago in the 90s. Where were you? So I found this book talking about the agriculture activity in Malaysia from Perlis to Sabah. So this character, he went down from north to south, stopped by in every state to understand what was the farmers doing in the 50s, in the 60s, in the 70s. So along when he stopped in Perak, he told about the story how rubber came about into our country. You know the rubber plant, Hevia brasiliensis. So in one of the paragraph, he mentioned that the mother plant of the rubber actually came from Brazil. Then it was brought to London, England, by the British resident and the explorer, and then these were brought to Singapore. Only 9 survived, and from these 9, one still until today and growing near the district office in Kuala Lumpur. So I thought that time, you see, I didn't know the concept of glass house. I was just like, what? 8 years old, 9 years old. So I thought, it must be magical. It must be magical, this place in London, for being able to germinate and to grow rubber tree. Because we know that Brazil is like Malaysia, equator. London, all I thought was London was snow all the time. It's just a kid's imagination. So that place is called Kew Gardens. You heard that? You horticulture, you should know. That's where all this nomenclature scientific is governed. It's a lab that Georgia will go to. So I thought, oh, this Kew Garden must be very, very magical. How come tropical plant can grow in here in London and have it still alive, go to Singapore, go to Perak, and then alive until today? So I made it my mission because I just like plants so much since I was a kid. I have to come here, I have to go here, I have to go here. So that silly little curiosity and also ambition turned out to be true. So when I had to do my internship, I got to go to Kew Garden. You see Kew Gardens, they're very strict. On the day I went there for my interview, they were actually celebrating their 250th anniversary. It's true they take interns, but they have strict rules. Only one intern from each continent. One from each continent. And there is not even one Malaysian from our region able to got that. So they had the all this tests and exam, but I didn't want to take it because I know I would fail miserably. So I allowed them to interview me. So they interviewed me and they asked me to draw plants, not our local plant actually, the plants at Kew at that time. That time was early summer. So I had to answer about rhododendron, about azalea, all these temperate plants. So fast forward, when I had to leave for Kew, unfortunately I didn't get to continue working at Kew as an apprentice because the dean of our faculty at that time went to Kew and personally asked me to come back because he said that there is not one willing soul who's highly educated, straight A and everything will go willingly to do agriculture. People will do medic, people will do engineering, people will do, become a lawyer or something, but if you got straight A, you got 4 flat, you will never pick agriculture as your first choice. So he reasoned with me and asked, could I not continue with Q? Because Q actually that time was working with Discovery Channel, and Discovery Channel kind of recorded me while I was working. Imagine that. Do you know this Discovery Channel? So this is huge, because if I continue working with them, I got my own channel. I think they were going to call it Discovery Plus. Yeah. So after some thinking about it and everything, so I decided to come back to continue working. And the dean asked me what crop I want to do. And apparently, I know our country got problem with rice. Yeah. So instead of using all my mental prowess, EQ, SQ, IQ, whatever, to do the thing I dream about, I live about, I do it to get the best of rice research possible. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing until now. And have I gotten it? Yes, we have actually. So we have found a way to increase rice production 3 times more without having extra fertilizer and so on. Yeah. So yeah. At least doesn't it might sound kind of selfless to you for me to do that, but it came with a lot of pain and suffering. So if you're not ready, don't do that. It might look noble to you that I gave up my dream to because I wanted to work with all this. There were 3 of them: Kew Gardens, National Geographic, and Discovery Channel. These 3. Why they offered me that? Because they saw there was this visitor and the toddler. They lost their car keys in the pool in the garden. So I was having my duty that time around the area. So I jumped into the pool to get the car key, forgetting that pool had a stingray. So it looked heroic when I returned the car keys, and people thought I was very brave and fearless. Actually, I forgot actually. So then these Western people, they come up to me and say, "Oh, you must be very brave, young boy. We have two stingray in there, not to mention this paraiba, this large fish from Amazon in that pond." Okay. During then I agree with the proverb, what don't you know will hurt you. Okay? Alright. So that's why I continued my study. So was it worth it? Worth it for the research, but at personal level, if you are not ready for it, and you're going to cry a lot. Yeah, it's going to consume you all up. Okay, thank you, Daniel. I don't know, does that answer your question? Yes. Alright. Yeah. Okay, next. That's D1, we go to D2. Siti Dania, come. Well, they are D-squared, right?
What is so fun? Why this sounds so serious? Okay, so my name is Dania, and my question is, during COVID, there's like some skincare remedies where people put like liquid chlorophyll for their face. So what's your view as a plant physiologist of that?
Useless. You see, when people to pharmacy to get chlorophyll extract, that is not actual chlorophyll that you get from the leaf. That is actually chlorophyllin. It's different. The real chlorophyll, it's actually similar to our blood. You know that? You have this molecule porphyrin ring. I I just do it here. Got this porphyrin ring. So this is the base of it, the porphyrin ring. Something like that. So we got, oh this is wrong actually, but anyway. So this middle here will determine what is it. If it's iron, this is porphyrin ring, okay? Porphyrin ring. If it's iron, it becomes our hemoglobin. If it's magnesium, it becomes chlorophyll that the plant uses. If it's copper, Cu, it becomes chlorophyllin. So the one that you see people use as supplement, as cosmetic ingredients, it's chlorophyllin. So what it's supposed to do? Well, other than hydrating your skin, I don't think it's going to do any more wonders. Or disinfecting, because copper can disinfect. So if you have acne, you put chlorophyllin, that might actually become astringent. You know astringent properties. It kind of shrinking down your pimples and acne. Astringent properties. Okay. So my opinion is, why people take? Why do you want to have this on your face? To achieve what goal?
People say it helps with acne breakouts.
I just mentioned it. That's what. Chlorophyll. Chlorophyll copper. This is why many door knobs from the past use copper, and also in the hospital, because when the doctor touches it, it's self-sterilizing. No need Dettol, no Clorox needed. Just the alloy metal itself. You touch it, disinfect. Okay. Alright. Answer your question? Good. Thank you. Right. Next would be Swan. Is that you? Okay. Good morning.
Because I have been scroll certain channels.
Are you talking on me?
Channel, and I saw Dr. have traveled many places. So
Your point is?
my point is, any big experience you gain from travel so many places.
Okay, thank you. Right, so the question is, if you scroll down and stalking me on the channels, right? Okay. Before, let's use COVID. That's kind of the benchmark. Before COVID, actually before I worked at UPM, like 10 years ago, I did travel for having fun. Okay, but once you have started working, you don't really have time actually to do extra things. So whatever that you have seen on the YouTube, I went to many places. That's actually come with work. Okay, but I can tell you, even though I went out to do all the work, I always find time to do some self-exploration. You see, I have this habit. I will not sleep until I've learned something that day. I will make sure that I will have this self-monologue with myself. What have I learned? And this has been going on for over 20 years. Okay? So it doesn't matter. Anything. So having traveled around, how many countries have I been to? Oh, that's hard to say. 50? Maybe. With Tracy alone, that's almost 25. So the more I'll give you an example like this, because I want you to understand this in the form of scholars' perception. Are you familiar with Muslim Islamic ruling? Okay. So you see, when it comes to ruling, you know, when Muslims are traveling, they can have discount on their prayer. They don't have to pray as much, and they don't have to pray as long. There is a discount. But the opinion of this is different depending on which scholars they are taking the advice from. And that is true for monetary banking as well, and so on. So scholars in the past who never traveled, just staying in his little town, when it comes to a ruling about trading, about business, they become so strict, so difficult. But scholars who naturally go for trading because that's part of their job, and also go to travel from cities to cities. You know, people in the past went on caravan, on the camel and so on. They have more lenient, more flexible, and more sensible ruling when it comes to how you pray, how you conduct the trading, because they know the reality of it. They know how difficult it can be when you are presented with different situations. So, as for me, because I'm a plant scientist for that matter as well, when I travel and when I have to do all these experiments, I'm never rigid to do experiment just one way. Look at the way this class was conducted, and then we compare to other class that you have been. Is our class monotonous? We got so many activities, right? Those activities cannot happen if I'm the rigid type, stay in one town and never travel. Okay? So, the more you see, the wider your horizon, the colorful you get. And eventually you become iridescent. Alright, okay, good, thank you. Right, next, Muhammad Ismail bin Saleh. Hi.
Ismail.
Okay.
I want to ask you, we have a lot of open area in Malaysia.
Open area?
Yes. But why is our is
That's struggle. So the question is, we have so many areas in Malaysia. What is the import of rice? Why don't we cultivate them all with rice? To start with, not all area is arable land. So arable land in Malaysia, I think no more than, I think about what? 60%, 50% only, 60% around that time, around that. Because there are lands not suitable for agriculture. For example, the seashore, that's land. But can you plant rice freely in the seashore? We have thousands of kilometers put together all the seashores. Right, that's unusable. And then the land gazetted as national forest. You cannot grow rice in that because that's meant for the home for the tigers, Burung, and everybody else. I mean your friends. But I think it's good for you to know. I think you are talking about SSL or SSR, the self-sufficiency ratio of the nation. You see, our country, have not had enough rice since Malacca time. Okay. Our rice has never been enough because during Malacca time, because the Malay archipelago was a rich area, there is no need for the Malacca people to be so all out to cultivate rice because rice come in cheap prices anyway because it's a big trading pot and hub. So it's always cheaper to trade and buy the rice instead of growing, waiting, having to build all the infrastructure. So it hasn't been enough since the beginning of our history, our country history. And fast forward until now, it stays around 60%. 40% we import. Is that increasing? So that's what we are doing. That's also my job because our population is increasing And also, our non-citizens are also increasing. Non-Malaysians is about 10% of population. Do you know that? Yeah. They are about 3-4 million of them. Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot. So we have expats, we have foreign workers, and so on. So is it a good thing or a bad thing not having enough? So this is in terms of economic balance. If we go all out to grow rice, we give up some of the precious land to do more economic activity, right? So I think the policy now is government just stop the rice land conversion. If it was once a rice cultivation area, it stays that way. Okay, no more converting it into hotel, mall, and so on. We have so many malls already. Do you want some more? We don't want now. Ask again next 5 years. Alright, okay, thank you, Muhammad Ismail. Next, Felicia. Green. Zoe Ong, Chia, sing. Where? Okay, come.
Hi, good morning, Doctor.
Good morning.
So just now I heard that Intan asked about different about official and the advanced official. So
Yes.
I want to ask, what is your advice about like the people would like to take the advanced official and continue their FYP project about the advanced official?
Don't. No, your advanced physio is encouraged to take if your project needs to learn about how the plants function. Because once you have learned about it, you will have a better time writing out the discussion. Okay, you can discuss it in many perspectives. So even if you are taking plant breeding, you are taking general agronomy, nutrition, you can never go wrong taking advanced physiology. The wrong here is me. Because if you don't behave, you're gonna get it. So even if I at one point I got some economics student taking the advanced physio, because when you want to discuss economic policy, you need to have reasoning, right? The fundamental reasoning. Guess what? The fundamental reasoning goes all the way back to photosynthesis. How the plant capture the sunlight energy, the kilo megajoule of it, and then convert to the joules that we consume as food. Yeah. So plant breeding do not teach you that. Plant nutrition do not teach you that. So you have to go back to the physiology. This is why I have to leave you from time to time. I kind of got busy because people are attacking me. Yeah. It's I have not seen one thesis from this department at least not talking about physiology in their dissertation. Even though they are doing all other disciplines, they will talk about it. You talk about growth, that's physiology. You talk about sugar production, translocation, flow, that's physiology. So pretty much you cannot run about it because that is the underlying fundamental of how the plant functions. Okay? Good. Does that answer your question? Okay. So do you want to take it? It will be me, it won't be any other people. Okay, let's go next. Tan Jing Chi. Tan Jing Chi.
What's one recent breakthrough in plant physiology that you think is the most exciting?
My research? Again, when it comes to research, it's never a single discipline. It's always interdisciplinary, transdisciplinary. Even though my primary discipline is plant physiology, there's always in there agronomy, plant nutrition, and so on. So I think the most recent one that I think that's going to be revolutionary I have a hard time to pronounce this word. Revolutionizing. What was it? There are many, but I think because my student just gave to me, he gave to me rice seeds that can grow rice in high salinity soil. So I am thinking to grow this rice in sand, the beach sand. Yeah, because that kind of finding, I think they have not identified what is the genes and so on, because they just achieve that through regular breeding. But the moment they find out what's the mechanism that enable this rice to be able to grow in high salinity soil, I think that's going to be game changing, because you can direct the plant, okay, let's grow here, and you are not compromising on your yield. Yeah. So this little thing, I think it's called micro breeding. You identify what is that little thing in plant that will have a bigger domino effect. For example, the thickness of cell wall. That is related to mesophyll conductance, how well the gas in and out of the cell wall. So in microbreeding, what you can do is you look for the control of the cell wall thickness to have thin cell wall so that the photosynthesis can happen faster. Yeah. So I think physiology, microbreeding, yeah, that's actually a good discovery. Yeah, because if you do regular breeding, that's already reached the ceiling. You can't really go much about it. Yeah. And some other, maybe people regard as pseudoscience. Maybe it's a pseudoscience. Maybe before, people think if you give music to plant, nothing happen to it. But I've proven that. You can read the paper. Can you give the paper? I've proven that with the music of a certain frequency, you can change the stomatal size in rice. Yeah. So that's interesting. Okay, cool. Thank you. Next. Let's go for boy. Is this boy? There's so many girls. 37. Yao Cheng Yao. Okay. I can guess better now. Is it Amoy or not? Okay.
Morning, doctor. So I would like to ask, was there ever a time your academic knowledge was not enough and you have to rely on street smart to solve problems? Is that something you can learn or you just have to experience it?
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Right. So the question is that has there been a point where my knowledge is not enough? I have to rely on the street smart. I'll tell you what. Actually, my formal education only contribute 10% of the time. My Western friends, there are a number of them. Because when I started working with all these West people, they thought I could not catch up with them. Because usually that's what happens with Asia, with the Arabs that come to the left. But when I could, first I could understand their joke, and then I kind of give back some to them, and I could. You see, it's because I come straight from UPM degree, straight with my PhD to England, without anything in between. So my supervisor did not have prejudice on me, but the rest of the population. So over the years, working with them, eventually a few of them saying to me, what I have, this is not book smart. This is not book smart. Because none of them could have thought how I dealt with the certain. For example, during COVID, you know, the whole faculty could not do research because of all the restriction, right? Financial restriction, places restriction, but that did not happen to my student. So everything went as usual. There were a number of things that I did, and as a result, when all the ban had been lifted, we finished all the projects, and I think for the whole faculty, I was the only one that have an active and publication. So meaning that everybody not performing, I was the only one with our faculty papers and also IP protection. So that kind of saved the faculty from not having output at all. Yeah. So how can that happen? Yeah. So this is what they said to me. Because as someone who managed the project, they have to assess my IQ, EQ, and so on. So that's what somebody said to me. This is not book smart, because if it's by book, nobody could do anything during COVID. Yes. I had little, but I could produce a lot. Oh, that's a creativity. Yeah. So you need some amount of book smart, but don't rely too much on it. Yeah. You have that. Wherever you go, I think you'll be fine. Yeah. There's so much knowledge can be created out of you if you have that street smart. Yeah. But of course, don't be. Sometimes I've met some people who have the street smart, but they turn it into criminal actions. Don't do that. Yeah. Because you just realize you are so smart, you can do anything at your will. You create money, everything. Don't do that. So street smart, I add on your question. That must be coupled with good conscience. Then only you can be a good individual person. Alright? Cool. Thank you. What time now? Almost 9. Alright. Wang Xingyi. No. Aina? Athena? Yes. Okay.
For this that have color like red for purple, how do we differentiate whether the darker or the light green? So because the green color, we could tell that from the color we can tell that which one is like the higher content of chlorophyll. But for the color leaf, whether it's influenced by the chlorophyll or the pigment.
Okay. Alright, cool. Thank you. So the question is, how do we know whether the leaf is having chlorophyll and functional chlorophyll if it's completely not green in color? It's a purple and so on. That's your question, right? Like I said during your activity on Monday, plants leaves always have chlorophyll, but chlorophyll, you need to understand, always come in different variants. There are chlorophyll A, B, C, D, E, F. The most in land plants now is chlorophyll A and B. You see chlorophyll A and B also like different shades of green. So these different shades of green, when they are coupled with other accessory pigments that present in the plant, for example, xanthophyll, anthocyanin purple, carotene orange, and yellow. You have learned your arts from the school, right? We have primary color, we have secondary color. So this color, when they combine, they will create another color. But it doesn't change the fact that the chlorophyll has always been there. So the purple leaf that you see may be having the same number of chlorophyll molecule as the green leaf that you see, but the green leaf do not have color interaction as much as the first leaf that you see. Maybe the purple leaf have slightly more anthocyanin, maybe 1% more anthocyanin. And this leaf has anthocyanin, but maybe 0.1%. So that interaction is enough to give you the visible perception of, oh, this is purple color. Complete purple to your eye. It's not complete purple. There's always green in there. But because other colors are interacting with the chlorophyll green pigment, so the dominant one that gets reflected to your eyes is other than green. Okay, right. So to do that, actually, if you join the advanced physiology, I think we can learn about that. It's called paper chromatography. We separate the color in the leaf according to its own pigment. So you can see that there are 8 colors in a given single green leaf. So many colors. Okay, good. Thank you. Next, Balkis. Come. Yes. Hello.
What is the most difficult part of teaching? What is the most difficult part of teaching while recording in class?
I don't even realize it's being recorded. It's okay. Even though it's recording, I didn't pay attention to the phone. No, because my attention is to you, not to how I look. Whether 漂亮啊 No, that's never the concern. That's never the concern. My concern is whether you are getting the education, the knowledge or not. So however it goes, my angle is not optimal or not, then so be it. Maybe the hair is not straight that day. It's fine. I am a scientist and educator. I'm not a beautician or, influencer. We are you, this new generation. Make the review about taco, about crispy squid, everything. Now become influencer. You influencing what? Influence people to spend money. I just understand that. It hurts my face sometimes looking at that concept, calling yourself an influencer. You're influencing what? Even the food is unhealthy. You're influencing people to buy all this, viral food, right? And then the viral food is like zero nutrition. You are influencing people to become obese, to become malnourished, to spend food, and to waste time. Why? Why would you want to be associated with such an act? You see, I have recorded my video. You have seen that the channel got hundreds of views, I think, like maybe almost 1,000 now. Let's say that one day I die. Right? I die. For Muslim, we believe whatever we left behind, that will be your deeds, right? Left behind. Do I want to leave behind my video asking people to buy my crispy sotong? Or is it better for me to leave behind the videos that actually teaching people and then people can get benefit and create more knowledge out of it? Right? So actually that's also a lesson for you. Even though you are not rich, it doesn't mean that you cannot be leaving behind legacy for people to get benefit from it. Alright? Okay, good. Thank you. Just now is Nurbatis, right? Thank you. The one before. Muhammad Kudal. Pak. Yeah. Talk the microphone.
My question is, how many countries have you visited in your life?
Didn't I just answer that earlier? No? Okay, thank you. So Fudal asked me about how many countries have I visited. I think maybe, I can safely say maybe at least 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe at least 50. So, but I have not at all visited South America, you know, Brazil, Ecuador, Chile, Argentina, because the flight is so long and so expensive, and there's, yeah. You see, when you are working with JPA, you know JPA, the civil department, from time to time they update this list, the countries that you cannot visit. For example, during my student time, I wanted to visit Syria because my friend lives there, but JPA kind of released these 8 countries that you cannot visit because of the, you know, of the war, the political instability. So I think as long as I'm working as a civil servant, these countries I'm always will be unable to visit. You know. Okay. Why will you ask? You want to know? Okay, that's fine. Alright, okay. Alright, next. Nur Shafiza. Nur Shafiza. Now. Hello.
What is the most memorable experience in
final day, final semester when you leave me? Memorable. Okay, thank you. Because it's my memorable moment teaching. Let me think. Oh, there was this one class. I do not know. Even though I scolded everybody, for some reason they just like me so much. They leave food near my office. Not this office. My office before was up there. All this keropok, biscuit and everything, and then they leave me. They bake cake at the final day. And then they created this icing with all this name and decoration. You know, you can, I don't know how to do it. Yeah, like a custom made. Oh, we make this by ourselves. Oh, okay. And yeah, and that actually I use that as my teaching report for my portfolio. And I think that was in 2018. You know, I have another degree beside in plant science. I have another degree in teaching. So in order to get that certification, I have to do teaching portfolio. So I put that story into my teaching portfolio, and that kind of caught attention of the evaluator. That shows that not only that the educator, the teacher making the effort for the student also make efforts to show the appreciation to the teacher despite all the scolding and so on. Right? Because think about it, your teacher scolding you, is it because they get raise in their salary? Okay. So that's quite memorable. Thank you for reminding that. I have not thought about it for many years now. Right, thank you. Next, Abdul Aziz. Woo! Thank you. Are you going campaigning after this? Okay, no, go on.
Saya bertanya kalau contoh esok adalah hari raya Idul Fitri, apakah
terakhir on this earth?
Ya.
Okay.
Apakah benda yang kita rasa yang tak menyesal untuk buat? Dan soalan kedua, apa banyak yang kita suka rasa?
Okay, so 2 questions. If tomorrow was my last day, what wouldn't I regret to do? And second, whether I like this class or not. I like it when you are not being stubborn. That moment I like it. When you're being stubborn, that you fill in the blank. And what wouldn't I regret? I wouldn't regret being a scientist, even though it's been not easy and it's been very challenging. I wouldn't regret it, even though I didn't choose to be a religious scholar. I think with my work, with my contribution in knowledge, that have left some beneficial legacy and deeds, so that people can use long after my demise. So with the rice knowledge that I'm going to give to the ministry later, even though I might be dead for 700 years, that could still be relevant. Yeah, because I come up first with that concept, and that's not only for the award or anything. That changing how well people will live after you. Okay, cool. Thank you. Then Aisha, Rabia.
So I want to ask you about, in your experience, which physiology part do you find the most challenging to explain to students? Thank you.
So the question is the most challenging part teaching plant physiology to all students. I think whenever it comes to calculation, no matter how much I showed before you, I've showed a lot of calculations and so on. For some reason, it just doesn't click. Yeah. And because I'm not a mathematician myself, I don't know a lot of ways to teach it. You see, when it comes to other biological part, I always have different angles to teach you from. But when it comes to mathematics, there's only one way. You got equation, you plug in the variable. That's all. It cannot go any other way. Do you understand what I'm saying? So even with that, when students fail to understand the use of the equations and then how to put the units correctly, the concept of fractions, denominator, numerator, I feel like I'm at my ends to explain it further. Because there's nothing else that can just in. Mathematics is that's the only one way. It's not like biology. You know, you can come from different ways. Okay? Number 6, always number 6. Right? But does it stop me? No. Yeah. I'll scold you some more. Okay, cool. Thank you. Won't you sound like that? Okay, come on. Oh, that's the one from the sequel, right? Okay. You see, I remember things. If you sign your attendance while you did not arrive before, it's going to be okay.
My question is, since you have covered about 50 countries, any recommendation for us to visit? For studying our education.
Alright, okay, thank you. So since I've visited many countries, what do I suggest to visit in terms of the education? Number one, you need to know. You have learned so many subjects, right? What is your inclination? For example, if you like about plants, I would suggest you, number one, you go visit, at least you make a checklist, 5 different botanical gardens. Seriously, there's a one in Singapore. There's quite a few. Don't go to Malaysia. You need to go out. There's 5 in Indonesia. Indonesia, they call it, what's the word? It's not Taman Botani. It's Kebun Raya. Kebun Raya in Indonesia means gardens. Kebun Raya. The largest is Bogor. Bogor is actually quite close to Jakarta Airport. You can go there by train. Yeah. So after you're done with that, this is if you like plants. Okay, in general you like plants. Then you have more budgets and you have more opportunity. Start to understand the plants based on different seasons. Because in tropical we don't see the changes of the season. Yeah. So purposely go in autumn or fall, one country, and and then you come back to Malaysia, then you got enough money, then go again in spring. And you need to be smart about it. You don't have to, sometimes if you have money, you don't have to wait. If you're done with autumn, then you can go to the opposite hemisphere to experience spring. See, you don't have to wait. So that alone will teach you to be smart about geography at the same time. Okay, right? Okay, thank you. Nur Adila. Zira. Quick. Run. Hello, hi.
If we overcare plant, that can be worse than undercare.
Overcare? Meaning? So you stay in front. Too much of something. Alright, thank you. So the question is, if we over-nourishing the plants, is it too bad? That is a concept, too much of good things. Okay, this is why you were taught about that allowing concept. By the way, allowing is in the final, okay? You need to give plants fundamentally what they require and sufficiently what they need based on their age or based on their season or based on what you want. Sometimes your organ of interest is leaf, not flowers. Sometimes your organ of interest is tuber, not the stem. So you play around with the nutrients so that you get the most out of the harvest. There is no need to overcare or overnourish because in agriculture and horticulture, it's business, right? If you overcare, means you are overspending on your input. That's money, loss, economic loss. So that's not good. Do it sufficiently and optimally. Thank you. Then next one is Nur Mardia. Muhammad, no. Oh, they're all within one band. Like, some of you like, over here. Come. Good morning.
I want to ask, what's one plant myth that you wish? One plant myth.
Myth, okay.
That you wish people would start believing.
One plant myth that people will stop believing. Can you give me one example? There's so many myths. You know, like pisang you can call out hantu Arabic. What myth? No, you want to know. What myth involving plant? Before, when I first learned botany, I visited all my aunties and relatives. I told them, bougainvillea flower is not petals. I told every single one of them. That's not petals. What's that? Bread. So I think that was my first debunk. This I said to them, I remember. I explained to them, this is why when you have two bougainvillea pots, when one you put under the sun, one you put under the shade, the one under the shade not producing these showy flowers because it's never petals. Petals do not depend on the sun to be showy, but leaf depends on the sun so that it becomes thicker and become showy. So when you have bougainvillea right under the sun, it will become profusely blooming because the bracts are leaf and leaf loves sun or shade. Sun. Okay? So yeah, that's a good thing to continue. I think still some people think there are many more bracts that people don't know. For example, that banana heart. You know banana heart? Yeah. People turn it into ulam and vegetable. That's also bread. Yeah, that's also bread. Yeah, and rice and bamboo, they are from the same family. People think when people call bamboo woody, no, it's not woody. It's just a secondary thickening and making fine. Anatomy of it. Alright, okay. Thank you. Go on. Oh, okay, so Farah, Hamidah. Pay attention to your friend's question, okay? You know there's something that you have not thought to ask. Yes, sorry. Good morning.
Where do you get the idea for your social media platform? Scenseme.
Idea of what to do it?
The name.
The name? Oh.
Scenseme.
Thank you. So the question is, where do I got the idea from about the name Scenseme? No, that actually doesn't mean anything. I think that came about, I was trying to combine two words actually. I think what was the word? Let me recall. Do I remember the word? But that word didn't work, so kind of stuck with that. Is it concise? Concise. You know, concise. My spelling is not that great. Concise. You know, concise. Succinctly concise. So I think I was trying to combine these two words. Succinctly concise. Come together. What? I want to show that it's succinct. You know, succinct. I don't know what it is. And also concise. I want it to be right. I don't want it to be too elaborated or too cumbersome. So try to combine it, and I want to show people, okay, that's me. Don't make a full drama with me. Just go straight to the point. Yeah. So that's me. Succinctly concise. Right. Cool. Thank you. That's the first one. Okay. I know Fazli. Hi.
My question is, if you are not a plant scientist today, what you would be?
Burger seller. True. That's my ambition. My ambition is, but not just any burger. My burger will be like glycemic, very healthy. I've got burgers for every disease. If you are hypertensive, go for that burger. If you are diabetic, go for this burger. If you want beauty, this burger for you. True. I had that ambition since I finished my Form 5. I wanted to do that. But my foster parent didn't allow me to do that. They said that I'm wasting time to do that. No, actually, my Form 5 result was not that great, but you see my even without formal education, going to teaching training center, my English has been stable since I was in school. Nothing to do with parents, nothing to do with my mind, just I don't know why. Because I like to read encyclopedia so much. So that time, do you know Asasi? Asper? Guess who's the first batch? Yeah. So they gave me, because I was working part-time in UPM that time. So they gave me the test to essay to take. Because with my SPM, I wouldn't be able to enter the Asper program. So they based it on how I answer it, and it was completely in English. I got it. Yeah. Looking at how many A's out of the window. Yeah. I got A for my English, but my Bahasa Melayu like 1 grade away from fail. I think it's the literature. I'm not that great with Malay, especially. They got literature, right? The Malay, the novel thing. You have to read that. That's too long, and I already forgot 30 chapters ago what happened. All right. Okay. Cool. Thank you. I know Fazli. Shaza, Alia. Where? Come.
My question is, as a person who has been a student before, so how you manage your stress? Like it's not like assignment stress, but how you manage your stress with surrounding your emotion?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. The question is how I manage stress, in general. Okay. I just do this one thing. I just go for a walk. In Malaysia kind of hard because it's hot. Alright. So when I was doing my PhD, it was super stressed, right? I just shut my computer. I prayed quickly. I went out. I went for a hike alone. And at one point, there was a month, I did that for 8, 9, 10 times. And it was never the same hiking spot. You see my university in England, it's close to the national park. So it's only like by bus, you can reach there like under half an hour. I think so. Because I never felt scared or feared. My theory was because if the hantu appeared, I said like if I said in Malay, how the hantu going to respond to me? Right? Like there's a language barrier. The hantu want to scare me, right? Okay. It just don't work. So I walked a lot, and you see, later on I found out based on lots of Stanford study, this is more from 10-15 years ago, it's true. The more you walk, especially when you walk in the morning, when you do not have your breakfast, maybe you just have some drinks, not sugary drink, just the drink, it triggers your brain to release this thing, BDNF. BDNF, brain derived neurotrophic factor. So I walked a lot, and meaning to say when I was in stress, I never dwell on it. I'll just shut it. If I'm not quite, I'll pray immediately. Then I'll walk out for a walk. Yeah. You can ask Tracy. That's why, isn't that what we do? Yeah, we walk a lot. Yeah, recently we walked a day for 28,000 steps. Based on my watch. 28,000 steps, I have no idea. Yeah. By the way, he ran slower than That's proven now. I could run faster. So walk, okay? Walk. Seriously, walking. You can walk in a park. You've got Botanic Gardens. You've got the mall. The mall is evil. You've got all the koi, bomcha, kalki, and everything. Then you stop by. Have a nature walk. Walk a lot. All right. Okay. Thank you. Next. Inshira. Very close to you. Yes.
Hi there. So I am really interested to English. May I know how you study English?
Never. You see, I didn't have all these. The school pupils when you go for tuition, right? That happened to me because I was an orphan, not much extra money to that. When I was in school, I kind of worked a lot. So before I arrived at school, I stopped by 7-Eleven. You know 7-Eleven? back then, I'm talking about 25 years ago, 7-Eleven provided free the sun in the morning. Free. There's only like 30 copies, so I'll take one every morning. And because I arrive at school super early, usually I will arrive at school around 6:45. Yeah, super early. I didn't like to cycle to school with all this smoke, smoke from the truck and everything. I want to have a smooth cycle to the school. So I arrive, for 20 minutes I'll just read and I'll have my little dictionary to write down the words that I've learned for today. Yeah. And then, when I have money for later, I went to, do you know BB Plaza? It's not around anymore. Do you know Sungai Wang? Yes. Okay, Sungai Wang, BB Plaza, kind of attached actually. And in the past, people sell all these movies in DVD. You know DVD? Yeah. DVD. So some of the DVDs got the caption, just like Netflix now. So I will watch something and then I turn on the caption. So I think I remember I watched the whole 8 series of these sisters who become witches by inheritance. It's called Charm. Do you know that? It's a long time ago. Charm. It's got 8 seasons. Charm. So this is the only thing I watched, like binge watching, and then I turn on, and every time the character saying something that I'm not familiar with, I'll just pause, and then I'll jot down and I'll say how it's pronounced. Yeah, for the whole 8 season. I think that kind of works. And it's also because it's not too, there's nothing academic about it. It's about witches, Yeah, about cursing your neighbors and so on. Alright, okay. And because it's language, you need to practice. Speak to your friends, speak to yourself. You can see all my notes from my school time. You know my PMR, not PT3, previous. All my notes were in English, even though I learned geography. For some reason, I don't know. I forced myself to write down in English, even though the teacher was teaching in Malay. Yeah. Isn't that in the 60s? So you like classic movies? Oh! What's the word? There's a word for that. Cinetron. Yeah. Why do you contaminate your brain with such an input? No, don't do that. Yeah. Then after I'm done with Charm, I watch lots of, documentaries. And I kept on turning on all the subtitles. That's why I learned lots about sciences. Yeah. And that happened for many, many years. Yeah. So eventually you get it. Even though I'm nervous for English in my house. Right. Good. Alright. Thank you, Ishira. Muhammad Akil.
Assalamualaikum Doktor. Soalan saya, kalau doktor boleh create satu plan, lepas tu apa karakteristik yang doktor nak letak kat plan tu, lepas tu apa nama dia?
Just went away. If I could create a plant and I could put the characters into the plant, what would I create and what characters would that be? I think the plant should be actually the plant is already around, but it's not on Earth. Let me think. What qualities would I want? I want the plant, number one, should be able to talk. Yes. Talk, and it has critical thinking skill. Because my question is going to be very challenging. No, not ChatGPT. That's too monotonous. No, that's too dumb. I want my talking plant to be superbly critically thinking to the point. You know what? I'll just shut up. We'll try this again tomorrow. Because this is why I don't talk a lot to people. Because when I get too deeper, people kind of lost it. So I'll just yeah. I have not met people in Malaysia that can have this meaningful conversation with me deeply. I have my friends, but they're not in Malaysia. Okay, right. So if the plants can do that, and while at the same time, if you know somebody tell me there's a viral fruit and the plant will drop me that viral fruit, what's the fuss is all about? Let's review it together. The plant eat one, I eat one. What's this? Squiggy word goreng. Is it too much? You asked me that question. Yeah. I guess I would like something to talk to me. That would be great. Okay, Koran Kang.
What is the good point? No offense to all people. Okay, I want to ask the thing now the vegan shout out around the world, they will kill the animal, we need to eat vegetables, and they say because they say the animal will feel pain. Okay, do you think the plant will feel pain also, or do you think they will communicate between them?
Okay, alright. So it's about the activist movement to promote eating, not to eat animals, to eat plants, but if we kill the plant feel the pain. Okay. If you learn human physiology, no, not physiology, human physiology, you will learn in great detail about the nociceptors. You know nociceptors? It's the pain receptor. Nociceptor. Nociceptors. And when these receptors are triggered, it can be detected using some machine about its electrical impulses. Okay? Because some neurotransmitter travel when this is activated and all the way to your brain. That is true for animals as well. But when it comes to some animal like soto, squid, you know, kind of lacking this. So scientists have this conclusion. There's a good chance some animals or insects do not feel the pain as the way we do. Otherwise, they will be able to do all this crazy thing. For example, the house lizard, it can tear off its tail, right? If it's painful, would it do it? See? Right. And there are some amphibia that can regenerate their whole body, like axolotl, salamander. So because they are lacking all of this, so pain is not being perceived like the way we perceive pain due to the nociceptors. Yeah. And what else? Oh, the jellyfish. Jellyfish without the brain altogether. It's just cells and a bunch of tissue floating about. That is to say, if you extend that to plants, no. Plants do not experience at least the similar sense as we do. Because they do not have these nociceptors and there's no trigger of impulses detected at all. Yeah. But can they see, hear, listen to you? They can, but not the way you do. Okay? They can see, but not with eyes. They see with photoreceptors in each of their cells. Blue receptor, far red receptors, green receptors, and so on. In fact, there are receptors even more because they are photosynthesizing. Right? Okay. So, is it sensible not to eat animals? Well, if you don't eat the animals, some people they have physiological condition. You might be malnourished and become unhealthy. Okay. What's the point of taking care of the animal and so on while you die in the process? Right? Because when you are well, you can take care of another million of animals. But 1 million animal, can they take care of 1 human? So, prioritize yourself. Okay. I'm not saying that don't go vegan. I actually most of the time I eat vegetarian as well. The last, it's not wrong, but don't make it like a obligation. Or it must because we love the environment. If you love the environment, why don't you hold your breath, go into the soil? Become fertilizer. You love it so much, right? Okay. Right. Rosanna, Najibah. Don't remember your question? Okay. Hello.
My question is, why does plant like Europe, negara, kenapa diorang boleh jadi warna orange, lepas tu diorang boleh bunuh, lepas tu boleh
changing colors?
Yeah.
Alright, okay. Not just in Europe, okay, in all temperate countries. So the question is, why plants in temperate countries, they can change the color? Like, actually some of the, I'll just make a small correction there. Because I went to Penang, you know the habitat in Penang, you can walk in the canopy. If you have visited that. The tour guide there showed me some trees in the Penang rainforest that can actually change the color as well, but not as prominent as the one you see in the temperate countries. So the reason is simple, because some plants, chlorophyll especially, they are sensitive to photoperiod and also temperature. With the progression of days becoming shorter and colder, chlorophylls that used to be present in the leaf becomes more inactive because it's a protein. If it's colder and it's getting less sunlight, it becomes, I don't have any job to do, might as well I'll break down. So it starts to break down. When chlorophyll breaks down, then you will see other colors that was once masked by the presence of chlorophyll. Yeah. So depending on the species, some plants, when chlorophyll has been broken down, you will see yellow first. And then after the yellow is gone, you see the red. And after the red, you see the brown. And then these fall down. Right? Yeah. And this is true for both northern and southern hemisphere. So can you see that in Malaysia? Mostly no, because our country is evergreen. But some trees in our rainforest can do that. But it's only briefly. Actually, it happened during this month, January, February. For some reason, they like that change of season. From the monsoon now become drier. Yeah. Okay, good question. Thank you. Then Fatin Noor for him. I'm just going backward this way. I need to go more random. Okay.
Good morning, Doctor. I want to ask you, what is the country of place you want to go after 30 years? So you can look since you travel so many countries and what?
Cancel the talk. Alright, okay, the place of country, thank you for the question. The country that I want to go after this. Honestly, Bhutan. 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 You know Bhutan? It's near Nepal, Everest. Because they have this carbon, their carbon usage is negative, meaning that they don't release the carbon, they are storing the carbon in. Yeah. And they also, from what I heard, they are Bitcoin friendly country, so you don't have to bring your money, you can give it your crypto coins. So I think that would be a great experience while making all the storage. Yeah. And I know Bhutan grow rice. I told you I got methods of rice, right? I would like to extend the knowledge to the people that who do not have all the machinery, but with the methods that our team has created, they can still increase the yield. So still, I don't really go with pure leisure, it still come with work. But still, well, you can enjoy yourself while doing it, right? So, killing many birds with one stone. Right, thank you. Divashini. Okay. Yes.
If you could go back to your senior year of college, what is the one thing you would do?
Which college? My undergraduate or postgraduate? Okay.
What is the one thing you would do differently, or maybe you would like to change past?
That's an interesting question. So she asked if I could go to my senior year of college, what would I change and do differently? Is that the question? Okay, because I have seen quite a number of things in life up to this point, I kind of understand this. If you change something, what you thought would be good, after 10 years, it might not go as the way you would like it to go. Because there's always this domino effect. For example, I shouldn't get expensive scholarship when I was in my college time, or university student time, but suddenly I got 3 scholarships in one go, and the scholarship allow it. And then I become super rich. So that will change definitely the way I look at money. Of course, I will look at the money. Okay, this is easy money. I will behave differently. I will start buying all the tools. I'm not going to make the saving. I don't think much about the future. It's all about the short-term thinking. What's going to happen? So what should I spend? What should I try? So I wouldn't work as a student service. When I was in student like you, I did student service. You know, they pay like 1 hour for it. Yeah. So definitely not going to do that. So since I didn't work and strive for the better, I wouldn't know a lot, and maybe I wouldn't end up going out abroad to study. So it was good thing to have lots of money when I was a student, but fast forward 20 years, now it becomes a bad thing because I am so incapable now. I will be able to teach you because I'm being pampered. It was good to me at that time, but not good now. Okay, so I think we should make peace with what has been destined for us, provided we have strive for our best and we don't leave it up to the fate to I'll just accept what the destiny has in bag for me. No, you do your best, you be explorative, use your time wisely. Whatever the destiny holds for you, that is the best for you at that time. Yeah. Hence, there is a proverb, right? What was the proverb? That old tortoise dying, he said something. Wait. Let me. I don't want to say it wrongly. Okay, this is what Master Ugue said. From Panda, this is Panda. Alright, I watched that too. My niece forced me to watch. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today it's a gift. That's why it's called the present. So don't worry too much for it. You can also change. Okay? Just leave it. Good! Right, next, Siti Aisyah, Muhammad Masih. Yeah.
So far, my question is about my experience.
Yeah.
Like during the food season.
Fruit. Okay, fruit.
When I greater than I found that some of the fruit fell off too early from the maturity stage.
Okay.
Is there any perspective?
Alright, okay, thank you. So she got this experience in her fruit orchard place that some of the fruits, after they have developed, they drop down. So some fruits, we call it fruit abortion. Not only people can have abortion, fruits can have abortion as well. Some fruit, even though they manage to do the floral fertilization, then they set to become the embryonic tissue and then the early baby of the fruit. But you need to understand, the baby tissue of the fruit needs ample circulation and vascular system connect to it. If physically it develops well, but anatomically inside the veins are insufficient, or there is a blockage or embolism. You know, learn another word. Embolism. Embolism. So the baby fruits that you hope to get bigger, larger, and ripen could easily drop and aborted. Right? What's the reason? It could be to, number one, nutrient deficiency such as calcium. Okay, calcium can be the reason why the fruit cannot sustain its setting. And secondly, it could be the sudden hormonal imbalance of the tree itself. For example, there is a release of abscisic acid or ethylene around, so causing the adhesion layer to become hastened and then the fruit drop. And also the microclimate. Suddenly, when there is a dry spell or suddenly it's too wet, some like mango, they do not like it when it's too wet. You're not going to get a proper fruit setting. So microclimate, some small insect that can go in the burrowing inside, you know, some small insect can burrow inside, right? They can go inside and then physically you think it's fine, but it's still drop. Yeah. So what you can do is, this is why it's encouraged for the farmers to also, in addition to granule fertilization, to practice foliar fertilization. Because in foliar fertilization, you can put calcium, silica, to strengthen the reproductive structure of the plant, so that when it bears the baby fruits, the fruits do not easily drop, and if the pests come to attack it, it has a good immunity to withstand. Right? So that's why you need to learn physiology. I'm not promoting you to take plant physio, advanced plant physio. I'll let you keep that class small actually. Right. Okay, cool, thank you. Muhammad Faris, Shah. Did you just wake up? Okay.
What inspired you to start a YouTube channel and makes you motivate to continue creating the content?
Right, okay, cool, thank you. So he asked what inspired me to start and to continue creating content on the YouTube. Actually, I have thought a lot. Even though you have seen 100 or near 1,000 videos in there, like I said, it's good to leave behind a good legacy so that even after your demise, somebody can get benefited from it. It's not like I have to pay to upload it. it might not benefit you, but it might benefit somebody else. Because some of the videos make it come along with the transcript so that people can search for it, the content of it. Google cannot search for your voice, but Google can search for the text. So that's why we put the transcript in there. To keep it continue, it's easy. I have a photographer, I don't have to take my own video. If I have to do everything at the same time, that might not happen. So it's good to focus what you are good in and then delegate or outsource something else to somebody so that your goal is achieved. Okay? Good. Thank you. Comington.
Okay, so my question is, do you like to eat breakfast?
I don't. What? Well, okay, alright. So he asked, do I like to eat breakfast? I don't. Seriously, I don't. Because let's put it this way. Whenever I eat, I can feel that my brain kind of like 40% slower. Yeah. So I just drink my cherry primary juice. And that's it. Yeah. And then I'll have my brunch around 12 or 1. Yeah. It's good actually. When you are older like me, you have lots of zombie cells in your body that needs to be cleared up. So when you last ate yesterday at 6, now already 10, 11, you have effectively been fasting more than 15 hours. So that will trigger autophagy in your body. You know autophagy? You have heard that before. That autophagy will ensure that all the zombie cells in your bodies are cleared out. You see, zombie bodies, if they stay in your body, they can turn into cancer cells. When you are older, like me, you know, I'm like what, 20 years apart from you, you don't want lots of zombie or senescent cells. So I want my body to do senescence on regular basis. That's why. And it's good for your brain. You see. I think I can still learn even until now, which is good. Okay, right. Next, Muhammad Sufi. All this is good. Okay. Yes.
Looking back at the career, what is the one risk you took that paid off the most?
The risk that I took. First, going internship abroad in London. That was nobody had ever done it before, and in fact, after my internship, no one from Malaysia ever got accepted again because it's so tight, the selection process. Yeah. So that was worth it. And number 2. Okay, I think it's not allowed now. You see, when I finished degree like you, I applied for master at the same university that I did my postgraduate study. But I don't know what, the offer letter that came to me was PhD. I don't know whether that was a mistake or what, but that what came for 4 years. Unconditional, meaning that I gotta start right away. That time I was having this skeptical thinking, could I do it? Because I know my education level at UPM is still not quite good, you know. Not to say that our education system is complete waste. No, but I think I need a bit more time to learn before go straight to doing PhD. But you know, after quite some time to think about it, you know what? Heck with it. Let's do this. What's the worst can happen? I failed, because if I fail, they just give me the MPhil, and I'll be sent back home in shame. So I did that, I took the risk. It was not easy because I remember every night I had to learn all these A-level books. Biology, chemistry, physics. Alone. Snowing. Cold. Hungry. Yeah. So if I guess that was the worth taking risk that I did before. Yeah. Now they don't allow it because I think almost all who took the offer did not finish the study. Yeah, during that time. Nobody finished. Almost nobody finished because it's so hard. You immediately you graduate with your degree and then you went straight to England to do your PhD. You know, PhD is very violent, superbly violent. But again, because when I arrived there, I didn't have problem with my English. That was my strength. Both regular English talking at supermarket and also technical scientific English. I didn't have that problem. In fact, all these Western people, they're kind of impressed with my writing because they say it's easy to find people with eloquent speaking skill, but not with the writing. Because that time, we did not have all this AI chat writing. I wrote everything by hand on paper, so they got okay, that's a decent English there. So yeah, so that's a good risk. But you know, do some calculations first before you're risking it anyway. Right? Okay, thank you, Zoe. That's been asked. Nura Husna. Hello.
If you could travel anywhere around the world just to do a study or research about this one single red plant, what plant and country would it be and why?
Okay, thank you. So the question is, if I could travel anywhere around the world and I could study about this one red plant, what plant would that be? I think that plant would be. It's not going to be terrestrial. I want to do study about photosynthesizing plants in the sea. Yeah. You know, like kelp, brown algae, red. You know, some algae are red. You know, like some are red. Yeah. I would like to study these very unknown plants in the ocean, deep ocean. How they photosynthesize and what's the interesting stories that nobody ever known that before. Yeah. So anybody want to sponsor me? Very much welcome. Alright, so thank you. That's a very interesting one. Thank you. Or you will make me cry again tonight. The things I'm missing out. Right. Okay, my son Radoliha. Yeah, go on. Good morning.
For your study part, maybe after SPM, does it like only choice or does it depend for your parents or your friends?
Alright. So thank you. So what happened after my SPM? When I completed, was it influenced by anybody? Definitely the word influencer was not used back then. I guess my foster parents, because I'm not orphan, so my foster parents, and they kind of like, you know what? Just because all I had was my English. You understand? Mathematics out the window. Chemistry, don't even ask. All I had was my English, and they themselves kind of found it interesting. Why my English was actually quite decent for someone schooling locally. Okay, so they just advised, and I was not stubborn. They just advised. Yeah, my foster parent advised me, and I was not being stubborn about opening my little store. Yeah, I had enough money already because after SPM, I completely work all the time, 3 jobs at one time. And I had the money to open my own store. But my foster parents and my mother called me one night to talking to me, not even, what did they say? This is a long time ago, 25 years ago. What did they say? They said like, okay, without formal education, your plant knowledge, your English is already this good. Imagine if you get into the university, how much can you further outgoing? When you have become successful, you can open all the burger stores that you want. I think that's the untrue bit of it. yeah. And I was not stubborn. They said that I had a good qualities, I'm very well behaved. They never had to wake me up for morning prayer. Never. Just very well behaved. I helped the mom cook in the kitchen all the time. Everything, every household chores, I did it. Everything. And they never had to ask me. So they said that you had the good behavior. Even though your SPM result not that great, but your English is this. So let's get you into the university. You see, when people have faith in you, you need to be believing in yourself as well. Right, okay. And then fast forward, this is what you get. Okay, thank you for the question. This is done. Hafizan, okay. Don't you, 1 second. Don't you find it interesting? You actually learning something by your friend asking. Right. So good. Pay attention. Yes. Hello.
If you were not a scientist and educated, what would you do?
Burger. I already said that if your friend asks, you cannot answer again. Different question.
Now, originally my question is being where you are in life now, do you have any regrets or...
Your friend already asked. Why don't you sit? I will come back to you in a bit. Okay? Thank you. And this is trying. Okay, give a clap. Don't discredit your friend. Okay, Nurhana, nanti siapa? MC. I put MC here. Right. Tan Jing Chi, that's done. Wang Si, that's done. How chairman? Ada. Nora? Okay, come. Yes.
We need to find a job or to become a boss. Just because in the agriculture, it's find in another computer to find a job or job sometimes just to become a boss.
Okay. So the question is, we have. Sorry?
To please earn more money.
More money, you buy Bitcoin. Then sell it after 5 years. You make more money. Okay, the question is, if you get into agriculture, should you go straight to becoming the manager, managing, or you lead the workers, the lot first? So I would like to put it this way. When it comes to any job, you need to understand the working world. There's, broadly speaking, there's two. You are the overseeing, you are the managing, you are looking at people down there, and also you are the operator, doing all the labor. Okay? If you go straight to managing without experiencing all the operating world, you will become a bad manager and you do not have this sufficient empathy. And then all your policy, you're going to make a funny policy that nobody is going to get benefit from. So it's always a good idea to start as an operator first, but if you know you have a good potential, don't stay be operator and labor for too long. You just want to understand the environment, get the information that you need, maybe for a few years, 3 years maybe, then you go for something higher. Okay, don't stay become the operator. Like I would like to say sometimes as well, don't become the consumer users all your life. At one point, you need to become the creator and inventor. Okay, then only you are progressing in life. So in terms of money, that's hard to say because sometimes the operator can gain more if they know how to diversify. Managing, you can gain more if you are managing a high-profile institution, right? Okay. So, if you need to job hopping, you can do that, but don't job hop every 6 months. Alright? You job hop just because your boss is obnoxious. I mean, like, come on, toughen up a bit. It's gonna get harder, not easier. Alright? And then with progression of time, you will get all the experience that you need. Okay, thank you. Right, Chairman, that's done. What else? Ahmad Hanafi.
Okay, good morning. So I have a few questions.
A few? Okay.
First, I want to ask, what are the biggest achievement you got in your life? And then, apa perkara yang besar yang kita belum pernah capai? Dan yang terakhir, apa tips kita untuk adaptif seharian dan dibanding juga kebutuhan juga ataupun jaga pemakanan sebab saya selalu mengantuk.
Susah mengantuk. Don't sleep at night. Okay, so he got 3 questions. My biggest achievement, what else big I hope to achieve, and about the nutritional supplementation. Okay, what biggest thing I have achieved in life? Okay, because there are many non-Muslim here. I told you I have visited over 50 countries, right? You see, I always have this uneasy feeling because even though I have visited 50 countries, I've not gone to perform my umrah just yet. Okay, so I've always had that guilty conscience plaguing in my head. But the good thing is, before teaching you, I was doing my sabbatical for 9 months in the UK, and early last year, I think right before the Chinese New Year, I went to perform my Hajj from the UK. Not by any agency. I just you can read, you can learn, right? Yeah. So immediately after that, I don't feel the guilt anymore to travel. Yeah. So I think to me personally, that's the biggest achievement. So otherwise, I feel like I'm owing something to the Creator. He has given me so much, but I don't prioritize his religious needs. Yeah. Oh, Tracy followed me as well. Not to Mekah. Cannot enter Mekah sebab dia tak sembahyang subuh. But in Madinah, he went quite places around that. Alright, okay. And then what I hope to achieve, I don't know, Nobel Prize. Because it's quite so hard. No, it's not. Actually, it's not for me. I think it's good for our nation to show that we are globally recognized, and the recognition is forever. Okay, when you win Nobel Prize, it's actually not just for you. It's actually really for the country, right? And for because you all sleep all the time. Don't sleep late. You sleeping so late. You need to teach yourself, do not sleep beyond 10:30 at night. Seriously. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah. And if you want to take supplement, it's always good to invest in. I'm talking about the brain, okay? Brain in general overall. Then I know that depleting in the regular diet, easy. Omega 3. And because omega 3, yeah. And because you are a boy, zinc and selenium. Magnesium, if you have trouble with your head, you have a headache regularly, then magnesium. Or you go to squat, then you usually have the cramp, that's magnesium. Or you want to sleep, deeper sleep, magnesium will help. Specific, not just any magnesium glycinate. I shouldn't be advising you because I'm not a pharmacist, but that's a general. What I would do if I was you, okay? Disclaimer, early disclaimer. Okay, cool, thank you. What's Zakwan? Kamarudin. Just now what's the name? Ahmad Alafi. Okay, sorry. Okay, got it. Okay, go on. Sorry.
Yes, sir. So before this, you said that it's a 2 degrees. So my question is, what influenced you to take the NIE?
Oh, because I could see that all lecturers in our university, they are not certified to teach higher education. That's why. Because I believe if I want to teach students, I need to know how to teach. Yeah. The ruling for our IETA, higher education is when you have a PhD, you can automatically teach at the university, even though you have not had any proper formal training how to be a higher education trainer. So that's when I could see that some of the lecturers, when they teach, that kind of maybe not optimal. Yeah, like in this class, didn't I diversify your activity? That's actually to help you. Yeah, and so that second degree kind of helpful to not only to teach university but to teach the public as well, because I need to teach the public. All the farmers and so on. When people don't understand this way, what other way can I use to teach? Right? So that's very helpful. Cool, thank you. So Zakwan, Muhammad Fadlil. Very close name. Yes.
So I have a question about my plan.
About
my plan.
Sure.
Okay, so 3 weeks ago, I purchased a Saracenia about
Saracenia species. Okay.
Okay, so I just transfer report with that 2 days ago. So I want to ask, should I put the tent upside because they need a full right side? I'm scared the tropical heat will kill the plant. I want to put it inside, but I'm also afraid that the plant will not receive enough sun.
So put it in the fridge. You're so afraid.
So should I choose the outdoor or indoor?
Okay. Right. This is why you love physiology. Okay, thank you. So the question is, where should he put the Saracenia that we bought? Right. Number one, actually, when you go to buy all these weird-looking rarity plants, you already learned physiology, right? You are equipped with your light sensor. Take the light reading where the plants on the shelf where you bought it. That's very important. If it says 2000 lux, when you go back home, you need to put the plants in the 2000 lux. You need to adapt it before you can introduce it to a higher native. Yeah, that's number one. Number two, it's always a good idea if you have all these fragile plants to have your own LED before you introduce to the sun. Because sometimes sun is too much. So because it's super cheap now, you can get under 50 ringgit, you can get this full spectrum LED. Yeah. So full spectrum LED, And then with the correct lighting, that should do your plants justice. Yeah. And then you can start to fertilize foliar with the silica, very dilute silica. Toughen it up. Yeah. Then you can start to move to sun to see whether it can grow under the sun. Even then, under the sun, you need to put the shading because the UV might be too much for the plant. What shading you use? You know what? Don't use the regular black netting shading. Use the white cloth. That's better. And then the cloth you spray with water so that the evaporation can make it cooler for the plant. That's a trick. Cool. Thank you. And what else? This is already asked. Paycheck? Okay. Don't cry.
So, do you have any unforgettable experience while traveling?
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yes, there is one. It was Christmas 2018. I had a class with the day before, then I went straight to Nepal because I wanted to go to Everest Base Camp. Then my friend got high altitude food poisoning. It's not a regular food poisoning, it's a high altitude food poisoning. So, because it was just Christmas, every store was closed. You see, everything was closed. So, and then how was I supposed to do this? No pharmacy open, and then he's dying. Like seriously, all the vomit and everything. You know, the next level food poisoning. So there were people on the streets, but they couldn't speak English very well for some reason. I don't know, maybe they was just pretending or something because I didn't want to give them money. So I kind of, okay, that was the time, because it was cold, it was winter, right? So I told myself, okay, now not the time to be panicked, because I didn't have the access to internet, everything went off. So I couldn't reach for the Malaysian embassy. Like literally cannot do anything. So this guy is dying. So what could I do? That time was very limited. So what I did was, this is a good thing you learn ethnobotany, the knowledge of ethnobotany. So because he got food poisoning, so I went to the some sellers of the chopped herbs. So I went there. They kind of selling the tea actually, but tea kind of infusion. They mix with something else. So I asked, because I know lemongrass, ginger, this kind of these herbs can be soothing and can be antimicrobial. So I got a bunch of that. Then I went to the good thing is these Indian people, they eating the betel leaf. You know betel leaf? They put the lime, the lime paste. So I went out and bought some of these, and then I made my concoction. I gave to my dying friend. Because I couldn't buy charcoal. Nobody was selling charcoal at the time. Yeah. And then I went to this light store, because some of the light, the shade of the light they make from the salt. So I use the salt because when you are having diarrhea, you need to give ORS, oral rehydration salt. That's easily got from the clinic and pharmacy. So I made my own ORS, and then I gave him it, and I kind I put, because this guy I think completely passed out already. So I put it under the shoulder, because I had the feeling that some of the things kind of on his body. So I use all these herbs that I know, all the knowledge ethnobotany that I have to calm down, to vasodilate his nerve, his artery, so that everything can be pushed out easily. Yeah. It was a long night. So when I woke up tomorrow, at least the fever went away, and then the day after that, completely alright. So that's when I learned, oh, actually I have another skill. I can be a witch as well. Yeah, that's unforgettable because he almost died. Yeah. Do you understand the importance of learning agriculture? If I didn't know about botany, do you think I could do things? Yeah. So that's good. Okay, not good for him, good for the whole situation. Okay, thank you. Subechen, that's done. Muhammad Afnan, are you done? Okay, come. A few more. Then we're done.
Good morning. My question is, if plants have ability and powers, like in plants the zombie game, do you think it will significantly change the nature and ecosystem?
If plants were to have abilities like those in the plant zombie games, could it change the whole thing, history and environment? Yes. Number one, you will be their lunch. Okay, definitely it's going to shift the ecosystem balance. Okay, because plants have been all immobile. Okay, immobile, and they do not have this capacity of brain like us and so on. So when they become the higher form of life, like we are higher form of life, that definitely changed the way they interacting with the ecosystem, and maybe we are the slave now. Now you are the zombie in the game. Because you're playing you? Right. Okay, that's good. Right. I'm not sure this one. Aina Adina. Okay, now. Oh, that's not get angry. Zakwan, Hana, Frida, Hazifada, Fudana, Nora Pakistan, and Prisika. Hello.
My question is, if you produce the name after one skill, what would you do?
If I could master one skill, what would it be? The skill to be patient with stubborn students. I am having a hard time with that because you see, you don't work with me. The lecturers out there, they know. I do not know how to say different things behind somebody's back. In front of you, I'm already this bad. Behind you, it cannot get any worse. Do you understand? Okay, in the working life, that's actually kind of not good. Yeah, you need to play politics from time to time, you know, so that people do not hate you so much all the time. Yeah, but outside of the work, I think I'm quite good because I don't lie to people. I think I'm very, very honest. In front of you, you think I'm already this bad. Behind you, I'm not going to be any worse, any more evil, because you have seen the worst of it. Right. So if you have friends that way, I think you should keep that friend. You know that friend is not going to have, like, you know, two-sided traits. Two-sided trait. If you translate into Malay, that is a problem. Alright, okay. Thank you. Right, Siu Yuan Ping. Oh, just next to me.
Okay, hello.
Hello.
So I would like to ask, based on your experience in PhD work, if you cannot pick the topic, and most of it is what you learn in PhD is soft skills. Would you think it's worth it to take PhD in the practical sense of like economics, and maybe in your everyday life, no way you are facing so much stress, so maybe the PhD learning you don't even use it in everyday life?
Okay. So interrogation question. So the question is it worth to take PhD with all the stress? Is it going to be useful? That kind of thing. Okay, let's put it this way. Number one, you need to understand PhD is not for everyone. Just like opening up a burger stall, it's not for everyone. Even though you have 3 PhD, there's no guarantee you can open up a burger stall because you do not know how to slice the burger patty into half 2 slices. You can go to the next stall. You need a skill, right? So number one, PhD is not for everyone. Number two, is your long-term goal require you to have PhD? In my case, yes. Because to teach in RU, Research University, our country has put it as a mandatory rule. Every lecturer of RU must hold a PhD degree. Must. Some, if you do not know, some universities in Malaysia are not RU University, not Research University. Okay, so the lecturers are without PhD, that's fine. Right. And then you need to understand what do you expect to learn along your PhD. If it's only giving added value to your purely science knowledge but do not build your characters along the way, you better don't do your PhD just yet. Meaning that you need to get it from somewhere else, then only do your PhD. Because PhD, sometimes you are running against the time and everything. You don't have enough time, and especially if your supervisor is that ignorant, they don't care about your overall development. In England, they call it DDP, Doctoral Development Program, meaning that not only you develop your cognitive ability, but also your soft skills. Right. So during my time, the soft skill that I got, well, I became a good hiker. So I was appointed for the city that I live in, the head hiking. So, people know me as the head hiker without map. I never got lost. So I led different hiking for the ladies and also for the uncles and then for the children. Yeah. For the uncles, if it's meant to be like 8 kilometers hiking, I'll end up doing like 1/8 of that. They just sitting by and then start smoking, making all the stories. Yeah. I think it's a good experience. For the ladies, it's a different challenge. For the kids, okay, that's need another level of patience. Yeah. So yeah, and then my supervisor also made me went to other university as well. So I got to meet with a lot of people, created networking. That's soft skill. Yeah, soft skill. And they kind of impressed with me because they say most foreign students wouldn't be this daring to come and reach out. But well, since I'm kind of fearless, or my fear hormone not quite there, kind of did everything. That's good. It made me knowing a lot of people. I actually met quite a number of Nobel Prize laureate. Real. Yeah. Not in biology, in physics. Yeah. I met a queen. Quite a few. Yeah. Right. So this thing. Okay. Does that answer your question? Cool. Thank you. And finally, Raja Salzura. Oh. So it's the last one. Oh, one that like to ask. Exotic cannot be tropical, right? Because tropical, you know it. Yeah. Okay. I think I kind of like sakura. Yeah. Sakura. Yes. Because it has this physiological. They release the leaf. Flowers out first, then only leaves and fruits come after that. So the cycle is similar to the regular plant. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Plus, I kind of watched this movie when I was in school about a colorblind guy who's colorblind, seeing black and white, but he could see color of pink. Para Sakura. It's a long time ago. I think it was released in 2001. When were you? 2001. 2001, you were in primary school? Not 2011. 2011. Early Ling A. Betul lah, early Ling A. Huh? I didn't say Erling. Erling. Okay. Yeah. That plants. Yeah. It's just. I think it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. And I like cherry. Did you know that it's actually a cherry tree? Sakura. Sakura. Yeah. Cherry is also my favorite fruit. Yeah. 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 Right. Okay. Cool. So finally, you, Felicia. Okay. Sure. One more. Yeah.
My question is, back when you were a student, you mentioned that you also work while studying. So I want to know how packed was your schedule, academic schedule, and how long did you work for a day? And do you ever feel like giving up while doing everything?
Okay. So the question she asked, when I was younger, I did work. How was it? How my classes schedule? Have I felt to give it up? Okay, actually, I worked not only in university, even in school time. So in school time, because school only half a day, so the other half I could do things. Not really affected. In fact, I finished all the homework while in school, so that during my working time it's not affected. Yeah. During university, pretty much the same. In fact, I remember my friends at the beginning of the semester, they will compete to get me into the group because they have this saying, whoever group with me, confirm that group A. Confirm that group A. Because everything is organized, everything, no assignment will be left out, everything. So they just have to listen to what I say and then everything will be alright. Yeah. So, not tired because I worked at before this faculty. We were in the main campus near the library. You know the big library. So that was the old Faculty of Agriculture. Now occupied by Faculty of Science. The whole of the ground. So there's a big ground there. So I worked for a few. I think I worked like 20 hours a week. 20 hours a week. Worked in the Arthropod Museum, worked at farm. It's called student service. Yeah. I just made sure if I have the gap in between classes, I just finish all the assignments. Yeah. I never watch movies during the semesters. Like at all. Seriously, no. The whole semester, those things charm thing. I watch during the school semester break. Not during the not even on the weekend. No. Okay, that's good for you. Good for you. So during the weekend time, I'll make sure that everything is ahead of time. And if the lecturers have not given the notes of the time, I will ask, because one of my job as the class representative monitor, I had to photocopy for the whole class. So I always have the notes ahead of me. So that's a good thing actually, being the class representative. So all classes, even the farm, I would always read before it starts. Always. So when the lecturer is teaching, that's not the first time I'm hearing it. Not the first time. Yeah, yeah. Giving up. No, I just had a lot of energy. Lots of energy. Actually, I wanted to do more, but the system doesn't allow. Only 20 hours kept. Not coffee. Oh, interesting. I only had coffee when we should. Yeah, yeah. Imagine my whole life I've not drank coffee. Only started last week. That's not even true coffee. That's a latte, right? Hmm. No, no. I thought Maggie was impressive enough. Then I just realized, I have never drank coffee. Actually, I know the smell, not the taste. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I have a personal record apparently. Yeah. So that energy, yeah. Oh, I don't have this. You know, you when you eat your lunch, you feel sleepy, right? I remember I didn't have that. Mm, mm, yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's when all my friends went to surau to sleep. I had the energy and time to finish all the assignment very quickly. You see, because I didn't have to sleep that much. Yeah, yeah. So all good. And of course, this is for Muslim. Okay, the whole of my undergraduate, I never missed a prayer. Never. Seriously, never. Including the one with this very tight break. Yeah. And as a Muslim, when you doing the prayer, the last act of the prayer, I'll just make a doa, make it easy for me, and push away all the evil people. Because that time your brain was small, you don't have these life commitments and everything, right? So my concern that time was just that I just don't want the evil people near me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I also meaning to say, not even one day pass. How many days for your whole entire degree? 4,000 or 4,000, I think 4,000 hours, because I counted one time. 4,000 hours something. I counted one time for 4 years. Yeah, for 4.5. Because I did my asper here, so that's not even one day missed without me asking, so that the Lord gave me knowledge that is useful to for me and for people that I'm dealing with. Tak ada. Every single day, not even a day missed. Yes, yes, yes. It's well, the prayer is an Arabic. I'll say the prayer, then I'll give you the translation. Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafi'a wa rizqan tayyiba wa amalan mutaqabbala. Allahumma inni, oh Allah, inni, indeed to you, as'aluka, I ask for you, ilman nafi'a, the good of the knowledge which is good. Ilman is ilmu, knowledge, nafi'a, the beneficial, wa rizqan tayyiba, the sustenance which is the purest, the goodness of the sustenance, wa amalan mutaqabbala, the deeds which are going to be accepted. Every single thing. No, you read the translation, in English. That, yeah. You say this prayer for 1,000 days, every single day. It only requires God to accept it once. Once it's granted, you saved for life. Just one. It's true. You say it for 1,000 times, right? Say 1,000 days, right? Apparently, day 787, it got accepted because that day you got dumped by boyfriend, the cat died, money got scammed, even some more, e-wallet lost, So you got so sad, super sad, and then you said you recited the prayer, meaning that the presence of your sincerity was there. God accepted your prayer. God accepted you set for life because of the incident that happened. Okay? Good, good. All right. Okay, I think that's all. So I hope you enjoy the class. Do you want to submit to something? Yeah. Just put it here. Just put it here. Yeah. By the way, I just want to ask for your permission. I cannot shout anymore. I just want to ask for your permission. Some of your assignment, I'm going to wrap it and I want to put it in the lab to showcase. Okay. Exhibition. That's why I asked you to do it beautifully. All right. Okay. Thank you. Oh, that's nice. It's the drawing of the speedometer. All right, I'll see you later or whatever on your final.